Hello there. Welcome to the nature of the universe. Today we look at the life cycle of the eponymous Xenomorph. This most perfectly evolved species has travelled the stars for millions of years, potentially, adapting to whatever environment it finds itself in. Insect-like in its nature, akin to an ant or a wasp, but with a much less friendly disposition. Because we all know that wasps are bastards. Much like an insect colony, the Xenomorph colony is run by the Queen. The majestic Majesty herself, the head of the colony, and its most important member, running everything all the way down to the mild-mannered Facehuggers. But just how does the life cycle of this incredible creature actually work? Well, today we are going to find out. Welcome to Nature of the Universe. The average Xenomorph hive can vary dramatically in size. They will, of course, have certain things in common. Preferably, they will be underground, somewhere warm but with a stable, humid temperature, as this is most ideal for the developing eggs of the next generation of the Xenomorph. To that end, the warriors will scavenge the surrounding environment for both food for the youngsters, but also new hosts for their larvae, and the most precious commodity of the hive, their children. The queen lays the eggs from which emerge the Facehuggers. Now, these small, spider-like creatures seem innocuous at first, but are incredibly robust creatures, able to routinely shed their cells and adapt to extreme environments, able to move around hostile atmospheres, even survive underwater. These creatures will attach themselves to the face or any orifice of the host which has direct access to the sternum and abdomen of the creature. Through a feeding tube, they will provide the host with the necessary supplies of whatever local environment is needed, while it also deposits the Overmorph, a small egg that will begin to gestate. While in this condition, the Facehugger renders its prey unconscious, giving as much time as possible to safely develop the growing fetus inside the now impregnated host organism. From the host organism, the growing Xenomorph will adapt special features that will allow it to survive in whatever environment it is most likely to emerge into, increasing the chances of survival and the ability to thrive in hostile environments for this creature. The poor Facehugger, however, will die upon completion of this task, unless it is a royal Facehugger, in which case it will actually be able to deposit 2 Overmorphs, one of which will become the queen of a new hive, which take much longer to gestate. But an early warrior will emerge to protect the emerging queen. Wherever possible, a well-established hive will forage for hosts for the young and return them to the hive. If this is not a possibility, however, the Facehuggers will emerge from the eggs, or the eggs will be carried to other locations where the Facehuggers can stalk their prey. After the death of the Facehugger, soon the nascent young juvenile Xenomorph will emerge from the host in a beautiful act of birth, which will regrettably, unfortunately, result in the likely death of the host, but with its sacrifice will emerge the perfect organism. Still, though young and vulnerable, this creature will hide. As powerful as they are when they are mature, young, they are still very vulnerable to attack. Although killing one will likely result in the death of whatever creature is foolish enough to kill it, due to the highly evolved defense mechanism of an extremely corrosive acid contained within the bloodstream of this creature. Even a small injury will result in a ejaculation of blood, which will dissolve through most known materials, including artificial and natural materials. One of the few known substances that can withstand the acidic blood of the Xenomorph is their own exoskeleton, a highly evolved carapace that protects the Xenomorph from most of its enemies. The acidic blood is also capable of cauterizing the wounds, allowing the creature to heal very rapidly, though they do have comparatively short lifespans due to their accelerated aging to many other creatures. They make up for this in their sheer birth rate and their ability to weather extreme injury and survive in almost any known environment, from the deep ocean to harsh atmospheres to even the vast expanse of space, giving them high tolerances to heat, radiation, but they do have a natural, instinctual fear of fire, as many highly evolved organisms do. Once the Xenomorph has matured, however, and the vulnerability to attack has decreased, it and its compatriots will begin the expansion of the Hive, seeking out food, eliminating or neutralizing any potential threat, whether that be rampaging humans or feral beasts nearby. They will collect as many specimens as possible, as the queen, once matured, will almost immediately begin laying eggs at a vast and rapid rate. If the supply of hosts is, for whatever reason, interrupted, the eggs can survive for many decades, if not centuries, uninterrupted, simply waiting for some foolish human to put their face too close and give the facehugger the opportunity to do what it is literally born to do. In terms of their biology, they will adapt features from whatever host creature they have found. Although the physical anatomy of this magnificent species can vary slightly from individual to individual, they do have many things in common with one another. An elongated cranium, a second mandible within their mouth, used quite often to penetrate their prey's skull for a finishing blow. These are also used as the feeding apparatus of the Xenomorph, with its primary jaw only being used to facilitate the dismembering and capture of prey. They also have long spiked tails, often tubes and claws from their backs, as well as clawed hands and feet. The number of joints and the alignment of their pelvis and other basic anatomical features are often derived from whatever host species was used to gestate the particular Xenomorph. The queens, however, are seen to possess additional, almost vestigial limbs on the front, as well as, of course, a much larger form and a large ovipositor which will grow from the rear. The queens will be helpless and immobile as a consequence of their vital function within the hive of producing new eggs to produce the facehuggers that will, in turn, grow the hive. As a result, many of the warriors will stay behind as Praetorians to guard the queen. If something tragic was to happen to the queen, it is possible for one of the warriors to molt and evolve into a new queen for the hive. However, if one was to attempt to do this while the queen was still alive, it would result in civil war within the hive, and likely the death of the one attempting to do so. Bottom line, these motherfuckers are deadly and are not to be messed with by dumb human scientists that think they can control them. That is all on the life cycle of the perfect predator species known as the Xenomorph. The highly intelligent, adaptable, and deadly alien species. Thank you for watching. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, I thank you for watching. And doing this voice is hurting my throat and is getting worse the longer I allow it to go on. So with that said, please like, share, and subscribe. And bye-bye.